Hello guys, good morning. Glad to see you again. I will start to make this live analysis every day. I hope so. Because new year, new me. I will be. I will try to be super productive this year. So glad to see you, and I want to wish you a happy new year. Uh, be very healthy because this is the most important thing, and give yourself a huge goals because this is super important, um, to wish from for us the best, and with manifestation we will receive it because I had some plans for 2025, and I can tell you it was the best year of my life. Everything, even I made more than I wished, not only financially, I mean, but everything was based on plan, because of discipline, because of everyday focus on the goal. So, wish the best for you, and it will be given you in return. Now, 2026, good morning, guys. 2026 I will be much more focused on learning, because guys, the strategy that I use gives up a very good win rate, but because of the entries that I make on 5 minutes, on 1 minute sometimes, it needs much time to be on the screen, to wait. And even me, with the discipline and the experience that I have, sometimes I start to see things that are not really there, or to miss opportunities that are very good, but because of 5 hours in front of the screen, I didn't take action. That's why I will focus in the community, very much in learning, because if everyone knows what to look for, the exact things that need to be there for the strategy, to be to give an entry based on the strategy, it will be much easier, because everyone can just say, don't you think that here we have everything that we are looking for? And everyone could also join the trade, not only to wait for some signals, because signals, guys, there are thousands of groups that give signals, but this is stupid. You need to know what to look for. If you want to grow in this sphere, you can't just rely on some signals or some gurus. You need to know what to look for. Where is the proper entry? Why the stop is there? Where to put the take profit? When the strategy doesn't look very well, these type of things. So let's make a quick analysis, and we'll see. Now, this morning there was a good situation for a buy. Not very good based on the strategy or something like that, but because the price reached the gap, test this trend line again, and based on the news that the USA bombed and take down the government of Venezuela, when there are this kind of news like earthquakes, tsunamis, wars, they're super bullish for the gold, the silver, because people don't trust in the fiat currencies when there are some fundamental problems like war. That's why people put their money in gold, and this is bullish for the gold. Not only people, I mean, big investment banks and governments and this kind of big participants on the market. So when we look on a daily chart, you can see it's like a breakout on the previous all-time high, test, of course, with a huge candle, but here the news pop in, and I think from here we might see a new all-time high and even further than that. Now on 4-hour time frame, the price, as I told you, reached this trend line where we had something like a triangle. I shared this in the community. The price breaks and creates a new all-time high, even further than that. After that, correction up to here again, fake liquidity grab and right shoulder. So this is head and shoulders pattern, which is a trend reversal figure. Now, yesterday I wanted to enter a buy here, but it was very late and I was asleep. I didn't wait for the market to open in my country, and I missed a very good opportunity. Not missed because the price opened with a 300 pips gap and started to go up. I don't know if I could manage to enter, but still there was a breakout of this head and shoulders pattern, and if we measure the figure based on the way it is trading, new all-time high is coming. Now there is one candle here which is very beautiful for potential sell, but in this bullish momentum I am not going to enter sell positions, but instead of that I wished to see some correction here on the breakout, somewhere here to see some correction, because here on the bottoms there is a good trend line which matches perfectly with this gap. You know, it's not 100% necessary for the price to return to collect the gap, but it's highly likely. So I expected something like this to happen, and from here to enter some insane long, because it will be again like 300 pip stop, but the profit will be insane. But this is not happening at the moment, and for now I'm not going to do anything, because if we have to trade head and shoulders pattern based on the way it has to be traded, the stop loss is 1200 pips, which is insane. This is not tradable. Of course the profit is also more than 1500 pips, but this is not good. So instead of that I will wait for some correction to see something, whether I don't think that the price will return to the gap, because again, until the gap is 800 pips. This is insane. The movements are insane, guys. If you're trading with accounts like $100, $200, this is not tradable, because the movements are insanely huge at the moment. And if I look on 5 minutes, here I was waiting to see whether it will create something like a double top, but it didn't happen. So probably the price will continue to go up, but there is no good moment for entry for now. I will see if there is some correction. I will immediately search for buy position. So guys, this is for now. I think the momentum is super bullish. I will wait to see something, and probably will look only for buy positions. Of course, if there is something good even for sell, I might try it, but I'm not very optimistic about it. So if you want to be part of the community, I will share much details about everything, so we can learn and grow together and help each other in the process, because as you know, trading is individual, how to say it, not game, because this is not a game, but it's very good when you have when you can share your ideas or your vision with someone else, and he's looking the same things as you. So yeah, that's the plans. Wish you the best 2026 and have very high expectations about you, because when you have high expectations, they might turn into reality. See you later, guys.